cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Shipley again. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To the air, May. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, they'll go with Shipley. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
On 1st down, Richardson. Flushed out right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Well, you look at this Patriots defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Now 2nd and 9. And they go play action with May. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On play action, May. That'll be caught by Shipley. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. May. That's complete to Shipley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Here's a give left side for Shipley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll throw with May. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Richardson to throw off play action. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over first and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing here is May. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Off play action, Richardson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ball at the 40 here for second and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown, Colts! A big play there. With Touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Colts have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
No gain on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's May. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 98 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
A run on first down with Shipley. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, here's May. Throw complete to Bell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Rookie to look up there, and it's a first down. To throw, it's May. That's complete, right around the 8. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
57, Mike.
Looking to throw, May. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there, as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A final shot before the half. Richardson rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff running through the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
This is intercepted. It's Marte Mapu. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. In motion, the tight end. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Richardson. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll set up a throw. That's complete. It's Bell. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
50 seconds to Mike. 19 Tiger.
Straight ahead, Shipley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 141 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Keon White got in there for the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 99 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's complete to Baker. He's across midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll give it to Shipley. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
On the handoff, it's Shipley.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Once again, it's Shipley.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd down, May.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Keon White able to record his 5th sack of the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Richardson.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Richardson looking to throw this. To the right side and intercepted. It's Marte Mapu.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. On the run is Shipley.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.